been the Deputy Commissioner in one of the very strong and powerful divisions in the Domestic Taxes Department. She has a master's in business administration from the University of Nairobi, currently undertaking a PhD in strategic management. She is a seasoned tax administrator and investigator with vast experience spanning over 25 years. Currently, she is Deputy Commissioner, Domestic Taxes Department at the East and South in Samia. And she's also a member of ATAF, OECD, African Tax Academy, and Kenya Institute of Management. Let's put our hands together for Miss Doreen Mbingi. Karibu sana. Let us keep clapping. Let us keep clapping. Let us keep clapping. Thank you very much. Now, we are going to hold a conversation with these amazing ladies to get to understand more from them on what we can do differently as women. So much has been said, right from Ambassador Monica, right into Honorable Harriet, right into what we've gone through in the last 5 years of holding this event. So what was the question for Honorable Harriet? Can you remember? What was the first question? We allowed her to. The tea bag story. You also want to hear it like me, eh? Okay, tell us more.
This is quite interesting, you know. The tea bag story. I want to use life experience. How far down do you want me to go? Campus, high school? You want me to go down, down, down? Okay. So the tea bag story then. When I was in primary, I led a good revolution in my primary school to stop class 7 and 8 from being beaten. I was a very disciplined child. I never had problems with teachers. I used to teach singing games. So my problems used to be I was always out of class helping other children. Teachers call me, go teach singing games. I go, I come back, I'm beaten. I was not in class. You can't go back to that teacher and say I was teaching singing games. Class is making noise. I used to read Mills and Boons. I used to aspire to be Nancy Drew. I used to want to be that detective. And then the class is being beaten, and I'm like, why am I being beaten? I was not making noise. Mwalimu, if you want to punish me for reading Nancy Drew, I'm okay. So what that did, I was sent out to kneel outside there. I was found by the head teacher, and that brought out the problems and challenges that class 7 and 8 were going through, being beaten like crazy. I was in boarding school. So the head teacher was shocked that such atrocities was happening in her school. It brought a lot of problems, and what the teachers feared was that parents will come in. I didn't know, but now I know that's what happened. So they made me a prefect of all prefects to make me keep quiet. They gave me power. So what that meant is that being a prefect of prefects, a prefect of head girls, you're in charge, you know, you're setting the pace and all that. So by that, because I remember telling the head teacher, I'm tired of this school, I want to go back home. You keep beating me for mistakes. You know that group punishment? I will not say the school, but yeah, it was that group punishment in classes. So that made me realize that your mouth can save you. Soup that day, but the fact that I said Mwalimu, very respectful by the way. So the 3 girls behind me were not beaten. One of them was a daughter of a magistrate. Another one was a daughter of a commissioner at one of the commissioners at CKRC. By that time, those positions were not there. So when I went, so we were not beaten. The rule in the school stopped class 7 and 8 not to be beaten, and we all passed, and I went to high school. When I went to high school, I applied the same rule. When my Form 1 yellow was told they are the most notorious, I stood at the end of the line, and they told Mwalimu, I am so sorry, Mwalimu. I promised my father he's not coming here for any disciplinary action. And by virtue of that, I am ready to go back home. I promise myself I'll not be beaten in high school. Truth. I had promised myself no caning in high school. In fact, that was my aspiration to go to high school. So what that did, they made me a prefect, a games prefect. So I became the basketball captain and the games captain. And the challenges there were immense. But those who are in Lugulu Girls High School can attest to the fact that the discipline that we installed in basketball, I was the first captain to take that school to nationals after 15 years. And Kaimosi girls, they have never forgiven me. They remember me, the Kapi who took away their cup.